This is Center for Change in Orem, Utah, where I did my internship. They focus on treating eating disorders, but often eating disorders will accompany other mental illnesses, so they treat a little bit of everything but focus on eating disorders. One of the most common eating disorders that we see in the facility is called anorexia nervosa, which is defined by an emotional disorder characterized by an obsessive desire to lose weight by refusing to eat. The next eating disorder is binge eating, which is defined by frequently consuming unusually large amounts of food in one sitting and feeling that eating behavior is out of control. Bulimia is also another really common eating disorder that I've seen throughout my internship. It's defined by an eating disorder in which a large quantity of food is consumed in a short period of time, often followed by feelings of guilt or shame, and often by ways of purging. So this could be vomiting, over-exercising because they feel guilt, etc. The last eating disorder that we treat is called orthorexia, which is the obsession of clean eating, and often people don't know they have orthorexia because they think it's healthy to think about healthy food, but it becomes a disorder when they become obsessive about it, and it stops them, hinders them from progressing in their own personal life because of their obsession for clean eating and healthy food. So because of HIPAA, I was unable to take my own photos of the inside of the facility, but here are some that I pulled offline. You can see how we have beautiful view of mountains, and there's lots of things for them to do while they have free time on the unit. Here's the dining hall where they supervise all their meals. So while people are staying in our facility, we have lots of different kinds of treatment. There's 3 different units, one for inpatient, which is extremely medically and mentally unstable. Then the other unit is the adult residential care facility, and then the last one is the adolescent unit, which is again adolescents with eating disorders. And while they're here, they have individual therapy, they have a group therapy, and they have family therapy, which every couple weeks their families are invited to our facility so they can be educated on what eating disorders are and how to best support their loved ones in the facility while they're in the facility, and then once they get out. We also have various kinds of music therapy. We have different kinds of recreation therapy, and something new that I've heard of just starting this internship called Rimba, which is like a movement awareness activity. So they do use that as all part of treatment. Everyone gets their own dietitian and therapist when they admit into our program, and then they meet with a nurse practitioner every little bit to keep in touch and stay up to date on treatment and assess their medical needs. So as an intern, in between any time that the patients were not with their dietitian or the nurse practitioner or their therapist or in group therapy and treatment, I was just assigned to make sure that they were in the right place at the right time and going to meals. I'd supervise them at meals. I ran contraband searches. A lot of time the patients will try to sneak in either things that they can self-harm with, like razor blades, or they'll sneak in diet pills and laxatives. So my job is to just make sure that those things are out of our facility. Also, I do a lot of admissions paperwork when patients first come in. I fill out all their paperwork and disclosure forms, and one of my projects this semester was to go over all the rules. I wanted to memorize all the rules, and I got to the point where just the other week I was able to welcome a new patient in and read over all of our patient guidelines with her one-on-one, and have her ask me any questions that she was curious about or how things go, because there's a lot of rules in our facility, being that it is a treatment facility and it's residential, so we have to be pretty strict on rules and make sure everyone understands the guidelines. This is Magee. She is my field instructor. Marky's been awesome. She is so supportive, and she is a LCSW here at Center for Change. She checked in with me and gave me lots of feedback when we did our evaluation. She even got other feedback from staff and patients to pass on to me. She is incredible, and I've heard such good things about her from the patients. I really recommend an internship at Center for Change. It was a life-changing experience, and I've learned so much. I didn't think I could learn so much from just an eating disorder facility, but I've learned so much about eating disorders, mental health, and life in general, so I highly recommend it.